Hi everyone, my name is Lance. So today I'm going to share with you something interesting also. So why I'm doing this sharing today is because I have this unit with me that I just collected from one of my friends who chose to upgrade that to our atmosphere sky. So congratulate them for making this good decision. But for now, right, since we already have this one X brand with us now, and before I return it to the company for that trade-in promotion, let us look into the unit and see what is the difference between this unit and also the Atmosphere Mini that we have over here. Okay, because they are relatively equal size, so hopefully through this comparison we're able to see which one is actually a better and a wiser choice for us. So just this is new to me because I have not used this unit before, but just from the exterior we can see both is about this size. So if we're talking about the Atmosphere Mini, it's about 5 kilo in the weight. Okay, and for this unit, right, just now when I take it, it's quite light. Okay, so if we measure with this weight, we will be able to see the weight is around 3.2 kilo. Okay, so the weight for this unit is slightly lighter compared to the Atmosphere Mini that we have. And let us look into what function that we have for this particular brand. So this brand I have put it into my life title, which is start from the S. So this S brand is quite common in the market as well. So sometime when we look for the air purifier, we might also notice this brand. So now let us go closer to have a look on okay, so this is the outlook of this unit, and you can see actually in terms of the functionality we have they also have a 3 fan speed. Okay, so this is actually the on off button, and one thing that you might notice different is that they have this on off for the ion also. Okay, so what is this ion about? Later I will share with you guys some of my thoughts and also the findings. Right, so if we check the side of it, nothing already. So there's one interesting label at the side here. You can see this is the start date of the use. So I guess user are expected to date themselves when they start using, so that they will know roughly when to do the replacement of the filter. So if we look at here, the replacement of the filter, how they suggest is basically replace the filter when it is no longer removing dust. Okay, so my first question when I read this statement, right, is how do we supposed to know whether it is still removing dust or not, right? Okay, so for people who are still new to the Atmosphere Mini and they have not looked at my previous live sharing, I can also share with you what we have. Okay, so from Atmosphere Mini, the design is sleek and also very simple. So this is the on off button, and then also with the 3 speed of fan speed, and we have an indicator of the current surrounding, right? Will actually show us, so it will show us the particle condition of our surrounding. If green, that means it's in a good condition. Okay, and we also have this, the lifespan of the filter that we have inside this Atmosphere Mini. So at least we don't have to do the scheduling ourselves, and the usage and the lifespan of it depends on the usability and also the surrounding. Okay, how polluted is the surrounding. So I think that makes sense to us, right? So just now I also mentioned that I want to share with you guys what we know about this ionizer function that we have for this unit. So this unit, before we open up later, let's talk about the functionality that we have looked through just now. So they have this additional function, which is the ionizer, and as per the information that I checked from their website, the ionizer basically work in the way whereby you emit the ion to the environment, and then there is actually two ways. Okay, so the first way is basically to increase the density of the particles, and then the particle itself will actually drop or attach to the nearest surface. Okay, so for this first point, right, I'll share 4 points with you regarding this ionizer. So for this first point, the question that we might want to ask ourselves, will we be that nearest surface? Okay, if we are that nearest surface, and the particles, the dangerous particles that we are expecting it to drop to the floor, but drop to our face, drop to our nose area, drop to our mouth area, is that a good thing? Okay, that is the question that we can ponder ourselves. And then the second point, if they are using a more complex ionizer technology, which is they will emit the positive and the negative, which as per their claims, you will actually break down and also damage the protein membrane of a virus or bacteria or whatsoever, then that is the way actually they eliminate the virus in the environment. Now the question is, I would like to ask you all, okay, how do we know the coverage area of this ionizer thing? Okay, is it 100 square feet? Is it 200 square feet? Or is it just 10 square feet? We don't know. There's no specification, there's no technical spec in terms of this. So this is a question that we need to ask ourselves also. And how dense should the ionizer be so that it's effective for all the airborne contaminants, and also especially viruses and bacteria? We also don't have a certain answer on that. And then the third point I want to share in terms of the ionizer technology is that, of course, now we already have a lot of studies and research saying that if the amount is not exceeding, or there's not too high ionizer in the environment, it's totally fine. Okay, it will not cause any harm to our health and so on. But the question is related to the point just now. If the amount that emits is not enough, will it be sufficient to actually remove all the viruses and also the bacteria that we worry about? Okay, that's the first question. So if let's say that unit actually emits more and a lot of ionizer to ensure all is well covered and all these unwanted viruses and bacteria is removed, we have another side effect concern, which is there's also a lot of published research already stated. If let's say the ionizer level is very high in that particular environment, it will actually create another concern, which is ozone. Okay, so ozone is something will be harmful to our health. And then if let's say other than ozone, it also creates other very harmful particulate in the environment. So this is something that we really don't know, because this unit has already discontinued. So there's no more technical spec that I can search for, even they didn't retain any manual in their official website. So whatever information that I can get is basically from the third-party website, which is still selling this unit. Okay, and then another concern is we don't know whether it's still covered. Okay, so the warranty for this unit is basically just 1 year. Even the latest model that we have in this S brand in their website is also just 1 year. So we would want to know what Atmosphere Mini offer to us also, right? So I'll share it later. So before that, let's move to the more interesting part, which is the inside, the filter inside for this X brand. Okay, so just now we see already from exterior the size is almost the same, but do they really perform the same? That's the question that we will have in our mind, right, as a user, right? So you can see the design already is different. Okay, the air is not flowing from the front. So imagine if today you have this unit at home, right? How would you place this unit at home? Okay, I think the logical answer is we will be placing it like this also, right? So we're placing like this, right? The air is not coming from the front. Okay, the air is being sucked from the back. Okay, so if you are placing it near to the wall or any corner of your house, right, I'm not sure in terms of the efficiency, is it good enough to actually cover our environment and suck in whatever contaminant air that we are at concern of? Okay, that's the first question. While for mini, right, you can see clearly, okay, the suction is coming from the front, okay, and then the air will be flowing from the back out, the clean air. Okay, so this flow technology is basically the IntelliFlow technology that we're using for atmosphere mini. Okay, and same thing. So when the contaminated air go in from here, it will emit from the top here, right? So if let's say now we try to open up the inside filter to check out what's the filter that they have put inside, so it can be easily removed as well. So I believe can be changed. Okay, but the problem is like the label show at the side just now, we don't know when to change, and there's no indicator on the top panel like I showed you just now. So can it be you use it for many years already but you still didn't change the filter? Is totally possible, and that's the mindset of a user who don't have complete information and knowledge about air filtration. Okay, so this is the filter that we have inside. Okay, there's only one piece like this and nothing else. So this will be the fan with the suction power, and then the clean air, I suppose, will be coming out from the top here. So you can see it's a very flabby and soft piece of filter. As per the information that's still available in the website, in the internet, right? This unit is actually using a Hepa filter as well, but because they didn't mention any microns, how small it can go, so of course let's take it as a standard. Hepa probably is just filter up to 0.3 micron. Okay, because if you are that company, if your Hepa can perform more than that, definitely you will be proudly and happily publish that it can filter even smaller than 0.3 micron, right? So if they are silent on that part, so we will be actually let's treat it as a 0.3 micron. Okay, some of the latest model that they have in their website is stated 0.3. Okay, so this is an older model, so I'm not sure about the performance. Okay, so this filter, is it the same as what we have in the Atmosphere Mini? So I'll just put it here so that we can compare from the outlook of it and also some of the spec that we have. Okay, so for Atmosphere Mini, I'll off the unit first. So just pull slightly on the top, it will be easily come off already for the cover. So this is actually the so this is basically the filter that we have inside the Atmosphere Mini. Alright, so first of all, I think from the size itself you can already see a clear difference between the X brand and also the Atmosphere Mini. Okay, and if let's say we turn to the side to see the thickness of the filter, okay, you can also see a very obvious difference between these two filters. Yeah, so basically this is what we can see from the outside, but in terms of the specification, Atmosphere Mini is much more transparent in terms of their specs. Okay, they tell us very clearly what we have in this one piece of filter is basically a 3-in-1 filter, including a pre-filter, a Hepa filter, and also a carbon filter inside. So later on, I'll also show you in the visual. It's easier for you to see how each of the filter actually does their work. And the specification for our Hepa, like I told you, if we have a high performance Hepa, the company will be very proud, and they are supposed to put it on the website. So we are proudly letting the user knows that our Hepa is actually performing down to smallest micron of 0.0024. Okay, so that is a very fine and very small microns performance. Okay, so don't get it wrongly that actually all the Hepa in the market perform the same. Like I told you, if they are able to perform the same, they are supposed to publish it, and if let's say not, then it should be the standard global Hepa standard, which is 0.3. Okay. So you can also see from the back, right, the sequence of this 3-in-1 filter is basically the first layer is the pre-filter, and then the middle layer is our carbon filter, and then lastly is basically the Hepa filter that we have. So even in terms of the Hepa filter, when you compare both of these unit, right, you'll be able, I'm not sure whether you're able to see. Okay, I can see it quite clearly. For mini, right, is very fine, okay, and it's very compact, okay, compared to the X brand, the S brand, right? So this is basically what we can see inside, and as per checking in the website of this X brand, they also there's also no carbon filter being used in this unit, so that means it will not be that effective in removing odor, okay, formaldehyde and some of the chemical contaminants that we have in our environment. Okay, so for this unit, they do have a deodorization function. So as the name suggests, we all should know deodorization's meaning. So it's basically just to cover up the bad smell that we have in our environment. So is it that is what we want, or we want to remove the bad smell? Okay, because if we just want to cover up the bad smell, right, we have a good recommendation on the air freshener also. Okay, you don't have to pay that much for actually a deodorization that included in the air filter. Okay, so for air filter, we will expect it to perform removing the contaminant, which is our main worry. Okay, so from here, I think we managed to operate the inside, the outside. Okay, so now before I end my live sharing with you guys, I just want to share some information on this air filtration system that we have here. So Atmosphere Mini is relatively new launch, and is riding on the reputation and also the top performance that we have in our previous our existing model, which is Atmosphere Sky. So it's actually the world #1 selling premium home air treatment system. Okay, so the performance in terms of micron is same like the Atmosphere Sky, is also down to 0.0024. Okay, so when we talk about the spec that I shared with you guys just now, so for Atmosphere Mini, it clearly stated also the contaminant list more than 300 over contaminants that it can effectively remove in our surrounding. Okay, and then it also tell us the spec that I told you just now, 0.0024 microns, and this is about 30,000 times smaller than a single human hair. So can you imagine how fine and how small is it? Okay, so this is something that I think nothing in the market can actually compete in terms of this specification. And then the CADR rate is also verified by AHERM, which is a very strict association, and we are complying to that standards. Okay, so this is just to let you guys see the 3-in-1 filter that we have shown you guys just now. So this 3-in-1 filter is effective in removing all the concerns that we have, particularly in terms of some of the very fine particles, including viruses, bacteria, pollen, fungal. Okay, we even also have a normal day-to-day very fine particle, for example, like smoke from tobacco, from cigarettes. Okay, we have every year we have this haze issue, which they can also effectively remove, including the odor that we have in our new house or even from cooking and so on. So we also know that there's a very dangerous chemical that exists in the living space, which is formaldehyde and also other VOC. It can also effectively removed. So this is the 3-in-1 which I already explained, so I won't go in this again. So just to let you guys see, it's one piece, but it contains all the functions that we have mentioned, right? So this is the second last point that I want to share. So in terms of durability, we already see just now, if you're able to touch the unit like how I touched both of this unit, you'll be able to see the quality, feel the quality and the durabilities of the material being used for these two units. Okay, so this one, as we measured just now, is very light. It's only 3 kilo something. So the material also feel very flabby. Okay, and if we check in the manufacturer website for this S brand, right, like I told you, okay, all the new model that they have also only with 1 year of warranty. Okay, so as a user, we want to get most protection for ourselves, and then we want to get most confident that we can get from the brand. Okay, so for Atmosphere Mini is providing up to a 3 years warranty. Okay, so this is a very great confidence that we can get from this brand, because I would say not only S brand, okay, a lot of other brands in the market, they're only providing up to 1 year, okay, some 2 years, okay, but for Atmosphere Mini is 3 years. And if you opt for our bigger unit, which is the Atmosphere Sky, is up to 5 years of warranty. Okay, so that actually, in terms of the durability, the company is very confident in terms of the quality of the product that they produce. At the same time, they are also very confident on the performance that they have assured to us. And lastly, one good news is what you see today is why I have this X brand with me to share with you guys is because we have an ongoing of trade-in promotion. So if let's say your house, you have a existing unit which you feel like want to upgrade, okay, do reach out to me. Or if you just want to know the performance of your X brand or what, okay, I will always welcome you to share with me as well, and we can also do the same thing. Okay, learn how to actually take out the filters, okay, study the specifications and look into the details so that we make the very informed and also wise decision when we want to make a purchase. If you already existingly have a unit, like I said, okay, you are welcome. I can also study the particular unit that you have, and I'll do the comparison so that you have a better understanding which is the better unit to choose from, right? So with this trade-in program, we can actually get up to 1,000 of trade-in values depending on your model. So again, do reach out to me. So that's the short sharing that I'll have with you guys today. So I hope to see you again in the next session, which I'll have more X brand to share with you, and then probably on other information in terms of quality air. So stay safe everyone, take care.